how do you keep up with a man?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are here now. Or at some point, do you feel like he's
Yeah.
gone too far? He's
Mhm.
left me far behind.
Mhm.
Like, there's a gap.
Mm.
Has there ever a moment in life you feel like there's a gap between me and this guy,
Mm.
or there's a gap between me and my husband,
Mm.
and the gap is too big, like I can't get where he is?
Mm.
Do you feel like men put standards so high
Mhm.
for women, and that's why they live for a better woman, that cliche, for another sassy, elegant woman than the wife?
Mm.
Welcome to Amazing Grace, a show that lets your path into the world of possibilities in your social life, career, relationship, marriage. My guest today is an amazing lady by the name Nessie, an upcoming artist, a mother, a wife, and an adorable queen. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much for inviting me over. Glad to be here. And yes, you said it. It's a mixture of, it's a cocktail. It's everything. So I would answer the question on why secular music and why now. One thing that I keep on saying is that there is a time for everything.
Sure.
That's number one, and it's never too late. I think sometimes in life we put ourselves in a position whereby you want to move with a certain schedule, you want to move in a certain way just because, or depending on how you are brought up, depending on how you have seen the society out here is, and people's opinion. But what I keep on saying is it's never too late to do whatever you want to do in life. Whether you want to be a mother at 50, that's the right time. And that's the time that you're ready to do it. Whether you want to be anything else in the world.
What was the reaction of your husband, you introducing to him the idea of you are doing secular music?
Actually, you'll be surprised that he kept on pushing me all these years. I'm the one who took it very, very, I was like always, I don't feel like I'm ready for the world. I don't feel like I'm ready to take it up. And even by the time I was meeting him, he actually found me having recorded some things in the studios. And, he kept on asking me, why don't you do what I found you doing? And then he was like, I don't feel like I want to do some of these things. So when I told him, now I think it's time, and I think I need to go back to the music school and do a bit of vocal practice and lessons and songwriting lessons, he was like, oh, finally, I've been waiting for this. Why haven't you done it? I've been waiting for this journey. So he actually paid for me, to go back to the music school. And when I did the first recording, you would believe me, he's my number one fan.
You saying that you are bringing in a perspective of a very supportive husband.
Yes.
And it's so sad to see that today's society has brought another picture of marriage, like singlehood is being celebrated like it's a badge of honor, than when people are celebrating breakups than marriages. I actually go through social media posts and observe how people react to breakups and how people react to marriages. And you'll see, like, especially, let me put it in quotes, women celebrate breakup so much, like, welcome to our world.
Yeah.
But when it is marriage, it is like, what achana tu. What is happening in the world of marriage? And you as a career woman, as a wife, what has kept you grounded for so long?
What I would say is that sometimes we forget ourselves in relationships. We tend to have this mindset, like, the way we grew up. Let me just start from there.
Yeah.
The way the society was a long time ago. And, you maybe the way you're brought up, if you're lucky to have had a mother or a father at the same time, there's this strict kind of upbringing that, we always had. And when we get into marriage, sometimes we want to copy what we saw our parents doing. We want to copy what the society is doing. But we forget one thing, like when you get into that institution, it's a personal journey. Yeah. So it's you to mold it the way you want to mold it, you know. So I think some of us just get in there because of society expectations, and you're not ready for it, or you want to get in there so that you have other motives of getting in there. So I think number one, from what I think, is when you're getting in there, let it be a personal choice. There's no pressure. Yeah. Whether you're single, you're married, all you need is
you bring it out with a lot of ease.
Yeah.
Like, just get to marriage, be yourself.
Yeah.
Have you at any moment in your marriage life felt like this is not it? I feel I want to quit, or I need some more time to be self. Have you ever lost yourself in marriage?
Yeah. That happens many times. Even from my friends, it happens many times. Because, you have gotten in there, and sometimes, this is a journey that you're learning. It's not a school that you went and now you're trying to, practice and, whatever you had been taught in school. No, it's a daily journey that sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we do it very well. Sometimes we get overwhelmed. Remember, you're still a human being at the end of the day. It's not that if you're in there and you feel like I'm there now, nimefika, you think that you'll not get that point. So there are those instances, yes. And how I've been able to do it is just, number one, remember you're an individual where you are at the end of the day. You have your mental health to take care of. You have your physical health to take care of. You have your children to take care of. You have your husband to take care of. You have the society to take care of. You have a job to take care of. So you have to balance out all these things in a way that there is no side that suffers. And at some point, if you need help, it's never wrong to ask for help. If you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, you can go to a friend. You can go to a therapist. You can do it wherever. So there are different ways of coping. So it's never new that you get to a point that you feel like hapa siko, kesho mkiniamkia, by the way, I'll be done, I'll be gone. Na mnione. So it happens.
I actually try to understand why people fear marriage so much nowadays. Like, there's a certain friend of mine who told me, now being strong is for the married, being happy is for the singles. Being strong is for the married.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we need more strength as married women to cope with things that are beyond us? And how can we control, like, to a certain point, so that you don't lose yourself so much? It's the nature of men to move, like move some, not all, but society will brand men as the catalyst for marriage and relationship breakups. And I feel like also women at sometimes lag behind. Like, you get married, you reach, it's like a destination. I'm here, I got married, I have the ring, I have everything, so I'm here. So by the time life unfolds, you find yourself left far much behind, because you tried to fix so many things. You're fixing your children, you're fixing the husband himself, you're fixing what the society
you become Madam Fixer,
running you, Madam Fixer. You lose yourself amidst fixing things. And for you, the way you glow, the way you are put together, what are the things that you do to make sure that you are not lost in those titles, like in motherhood, in friendship, in husbandry? And again, how do you keep up? How do you keep up with a man?
Okay, well, as I said, and it's normal for most people, when you get in there, you can get lost. Because as women, we just want to, as you said, and you said it very well, we want to be fixers of everything. Like, you want to appear as this very strong woman in the society, and everybody is looking at you at church or amongst your friends as like, oh gosh, she is a perfect woman, But at the end of the day, we forget, and I had said it earlier, we forget that we are also human beings.
Are you happy?
Yeah. You forget about yourself, because you have become the madam fixer in that house. Yeah, you have become a madam fixer in your friendship. You have become a madam fixer in your career. So sometimes at the end of the day, we forget ourselves in there, which I said it's very normal. And as you have said, sometimes it appears like you'll get to a point that you feel like there's that gap. Yeah, because for you, remember, motherhood is not also a joke. Yeah, being in there is not a joke. You, at some point, you're here, you're pregnant with this baby, and you have to go through a set of emotions and all that. And these things actually change us to sometimes different people. Yeah. So at the end of it all, I'll just say that it happens, and for me, it has happened to me. Like, you feel like there's that gap, and I'm like, I'm done with this thing.
When will I catch up?
Yeah, when will I ever catch up? And he looks happier. Me here, I have to take care of the kids. I have to breastfeed. I have to do what? I have to cook. All those things. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I keep on saying self-care is very important. How do you take care of yourself at the end of the day? How do you balance your time? Yeah. Don't work with very high expectations for yourself. Like, just do what you can. Yeah. And do it at your best. Yeah. Don't push yourself to very big limits until you're feeling like, at the end of the day, hey, ukitoka kwa hiyo compound or from that house, you're looking like this haggard woman. And yet the person you're working next to is looking like this young boy.
Yeah? Sure.
Because, so I would urge as women out there, let's try as much as we can to take care of our minds, take care of our hearts. And, our mental health is very important. Take time also to take care of your physical health, because the hormones that you produce when you're doing those, as minimal as moving around in the house and or taking a walk or a jog, you produce happy hormones at the end of the day. So you're able to contain that environment regardless how stressful you feel it is. Have friendships as well. Yeah. Sometimes when we get in there, we forget our friends. Yeah.
But
Beshte yako is looking for you for a whole month.
On that space
You're not
of
available.
Friends,
Yeah.
do you feel like most of the time you'll find that with changes that come into life, like you are a girl, you are now a woman, you actually, even in career life, like there are those girls you are hanging out with when you are not employed or when you are not financially stable. And now you've come to another level. Now you are very financially stable. You can, and those girls, things like we are going out for waxing, we are going for spa, we are fixing nails here and there. How do you keep up with friends that you had? Because wengine watasema unajua sasa siku hizi ya colleague ingine hatutakangi. Do you feel like there's toxicity that comes with how we change in life? Like when you advance, you leave this level, you feel like you also have got to have another set of friends up here. How do you cope with changes and friends in terms of where you are in life?
Okay. Well, friendships are interesting. I would say that they're very interesting. Number one, for me, I'm very, very keen on the friendships that I hold. I don't know if that's the case for everyone out there, but it has to be a valuable friendship. It should not be a friendship that as I progress, we are not progressing together and you want to keep on bringing me down. So when it comes to friendships, I think it's something that is also very important. The people you surround with tell so much, like, about you, or they, depending on how, the things they keep on saying to you and all that. So I think when it comes to, as you say, toxicity sometimes in terms of from where you're coming from to where you're headed, it depends on the vision that you have. Yeah. For me, I still have friends that I was with in high school. Yeah. Others in the campus. I still have the friends. And of course, as you move on in life, in your career, you meet other people who also become very dear to you and they also become good friends. So for me, I think the value that the friendship brings to you, it's very important. And not only that, what's bringing to you, but also what you're giving out to the other friend on the other side. So for me, yes, there's that. And I think it's one of the areas as women, we should also try to surround yourself with people who can build you up, people who can make you move to another level, and you can work together to achieve more.
How do you set boundaries to ensure that there's no that much toxicity in your place? Because I believe toxicity has affected very many people. There are people who will claim to be introverts, but what led to them being introverts is probably betrayal from family or friends. How do you set your boundaries to ensure that you have a healthy space in family, in your friendship circles? How do you set boundaries?
Well, for me, I'm very straightforward. I'm this kind of a person who will say, by the way, you cannot cross that line. Yeah. And if you cross it, I'm not able to keep a friendship or a relationship that is kind of, keep on, coming in between you and your peace. I'm very selfish about my peace of mind and my peace. So if I feel that you're toxic, then automatically just count yourself out. And in addition, not that I am that bad person, but I'm a very nice person, likable person who will relate very well. But if it gets to a point that I feel my relationship with you, and it might be friendship, family, whatever you're talking about, it's getting or driving me to a line that I feel like this is affecting even my mental health. I feel like I cannot be able to handle this. I'm outright. I'm a straightforward, and I appreciate friends who are also straightforward. I appreciate friends that if you're inviting me over and I'm not able to come and I'm able to communicate that I'm not able, you don't taking it personal. There are reasons, that kind of a straightforward or something. The other friend will tell me, no, you know what, Nisi, I don't like this, by the way, stop it. And I'm like, oh God, I didn't know that is that bad. I'm very sorry about it. And then, that's how you handle some of these things. So I'm very, very, very keen on taking care of my peace and my mental health and all that. So you have to keep boundaries. Boundaries. Yeah, there are people who will be able, if somebody cannot be able to keep up with your boundaries, that means that they're not the right people for you.
When you talk of boundaries, have you ever regretted opening your doors to someone or to people, and then you are like...
Oh yes, because for me, I'm that kind of a person. When I get to some point, my social battery can also run down at some point, So yes, hosting, yes, but I'm not also a fan at the same time. So I try as much as I can. Kama ni kutembea, kuja utembee, then we have a good time. We'll cook, we'll eat together, we'll do all that. But at some point, everybody has their own life. So it's time to go. Please go. Yeah.
But you can tell someone like that, please go.
Yeah, I know it's hard, but and that is one of the things that sometimes you feel like, oh God, I don't want. Me stucky watu around me. But I prefer more of, let's meet out somewhere, let's catch up, and then everybody can take their own way and go wherever they're going. If I'm hosting, yes, I will. But sometimes I wish people can discover or get to know that people also need their personal space. So you don't need to be told.
Toka sasa.
I start to give excuses. So sometimes I will, you can't control. Sometimes you cannot control, especially when it comes to family and all that.
Sure.
It's tough. But yes, try as much as you can to have boundaries.
Now, you being a career woman, you've been in employment for quite some time.
Oh God, yes. I think over 15 years.
Over 15 years?
Yes.
Thriving or just stagnating somewhere?
No, I have grown. I have grown all the way to a managerial level.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How being there 15 years, and there's these things about office politics, working hard for promotions and everything. As a woman, do you feel like you are disadvantaged than your fellow male colleagues?
For me, from my experience that I've had, I think I've been lucky to be in organizations that value women. So whether you're on maternity leave, whether you are given an opportunity to thrive. Otherwise, I couldn't be a manager where I am if there was favor towards men. So I think when it comes to gender imbalance, it depends on where you're working and the management and all that. But yes, we have organizations that also have that bit of gender imbalance, and gender parity is quite huge. They feel men are stronger than women and all that. Yeah. So there's all that. But for me, I've believed, and I always believe in working hard to get where you want to be. I don't believe in favors. I don't believe in sexual,
especially for women, favors.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I believe in working hard towards what I want to achieve. Yes, which is what I have done over the years. Yeah, you can say that you got to a point that I had to bribe somebody for me to be able to move to the next step. So as women out there, I think it's good to try as much as we can to be able to work hard, yeah, and take your time.
Have you ever felt like it is easier for men to work out things and to thrive in career than women?
Yeah, definitely. It appears so because of, I can say there are minimal disruptions for them, especially when you're in your career. Reason being that you will not have these breaks like you have a sick child at home that I need to attend to first. I have a small child that I have to go run and breastfeed. I have to take a break for my maternity leave. For them, they unless they're taking the
set go.
What do you call this leave when you start your paternity leave?
Do they really do that?
Yeah, which of course they don't. It's their break, not your break at the end of the day.
Let me say, like, you can say they don't because they probably apply for the. Would you like really like it? Like bwana yako amejaza your paternity leave, mko home na yeye taking care of the child. Do you think it really actualizes?
Well,
like, do men, when they are off work, that they are gone for paternity leave, do you believe they really go for paternity leave? Like they are on paternity leave?
For me, I think it's mostly their break. It's not a break to really... Well, they'll be there, in and out. Depends also, as I said, it also depends with the kind of a setup that you are in. So there's somebody who would try as much as they can to be there. But there are others that is their break to go and meet the boys.
Why
and
not
you
the girls?
or whatever. Yeah. So sometimes, well, I feel it's more like it's a good break because generally it's supposed to be there to help this woman to recover and help the woman just to take time to rest as you maybe takes care of the baby and celebrate this bundle of joy that you have gotten together.
How do you deal with insecurities? Because looking at you look altogether lovely. Are there moments you wake up and you're like, it's like I'm not enough? It's like I'm not presenting myself. Do you have those and what do you do? Like, do you have routines that make you feel rejuvenated and renewed?
Wow, that takes time to accept yourself. Yeah, self-acceptance, especially when it comes to your physique. Sometimes it can be challenging, especially after you have had what you're telling me, you have gone through some of those experiences of bringing life to this world. So sometimes it becomes, guy, you're looking at yourself, the two jeans. Sometimes I look at my photos when I was in campus or in high school, and when I look at it and I'm thinking, oh my God, what happened to her? Because you had this flat tummy, and
you admire now, those days.
Yeah,
like, can I go back to these days when I used to be flashy, hot?
Yeah, hot, and you could really show up. Yeah, so some of those things are part of changes that we cannot run away from. Personally, what I do, I try as much as I can just to try and do either gym or if it's home gym or subscription to a gym out there, just to try to work on. Sometimes it might not go back to factory reset or where you are, but at least you can try as much as you can to
the
work
feeling.
on, as I said, do some of these things to give yourself happy hormones, like, and learn to accept yourself. Another way that I try to manage that is look at it like it's a big thing that I did. Yeah, be proud of. Yeah, when you look at that katami and you're wondering, guys, remember you have like, life that you carried and brought to this world, which is a big thing if you come to think about it. Yeah, so I think generally it's just about changing our mindset. Yeah, and sometimes when you start looking at yourself and trying to keep yourself, and you decide today I'm gonna step out but I'm going to do this lipstick, this what, how am I going to dress to try and cover this cup of tea here and there? How will I put it? You just try to manage it.
It's about
because sometimes you might never go back, and for real,
you'll never go back. That the fact remains. How bitter the truth is. You'll never go back to it. Used to be like you had a flat tummy, you had some good boobs, the cleavage, everything. Now it's gone, and it goes forever. There's no remedy, or there's no miracle that you can try to fix it. Like, I have a big tummy, I'll try work on it to make it look small, but you'll never get back to who you used to be. And that is what most of us ladies, especially ladies, find difficult to deal with, that the truth that I'll never be that girl.
Yeah.
And probably in our minds, you are trying to like compete with a certain body of some kind of people. You work so hard, you tear yourself out trying to go back there. You can never go back there. But there are things you can do to make you look better and feel better, because I believe it's all about feeling. How do you feel? You look how you feel about yourself. Like, feeling gives you confidence to step out. But when you feel down, and that feeling is inevitable, most of the time you'll have that feeling. Like, my hair is not good enough. Like, now I feel like my hair is not good enough as yours. Like, my nails are not good enough, like so and so. And I think it's a battle most of us women, most of the women out there are trying to fight the battle of looking the part. Like, sina hiyo kitumbo kikubwa. Though I feel there are also clothes and probably a way, a style or fashion that will make you look better. Actually, you can see someone who is kind of big, but they look so nice that you even admire kunona. Like, naeza penda kunona nivae kama ule, Or you see someone who is very slim. You are on a journey to slim, and you're like, hata siwezi penda kukonda, wacha tu nikae venye niko, I think it's about mindset and how you present yourself.
Exactly.
And how you know how to dress your body and how to keep up with the changes that are coming. More so in your skin, because and on your skin, because facial routines are things that are very underrated, especially for me. I'm not a facial routine person. It's something I would really wish to do, but I find myself like, sina hiyo time. What do you do as Nessie, because you look glamorous? And probably that is how you are born beautiful, and you keep up with that beauty. Do you have routines or self-care routines that you undertake to keep your look up? Like, I'm always looking up.
For me, starts early in the morning. My day starts at 4 a.m.
4?
Yes. I try as much as I can.
What time you sleep? Like,
I try to be in bed as latest 9.
Latest
9.
So you can be in bed at 8.
Yeah, so there are people who call me after 9 and get me. Unless it's an emergency.
Wow.
But if you're calling me up to give me stories, sorry, you not find me after 9. So I try as much as I can to sleep early and get at least 7 hours of sleep if possible. 4:30, I'm up. So then after that I have, at some point I used to do gym, but at the moment I do my gym in the house, where I'm able to wake up and do some workout for like a minimum of 1 hour. Then after that, of course, I prepare, and I have to check on the kids before I step out on the house. Maybe they're also, also preparing to get to school, so you have to check on the kids and all that. After that, you're rushing out to work and all that. So for me, the physical exercise is a plus for me ever. When I don't work out in the morning, my day feels like today I didn't work out. So I was feeling like the day looks all messed up, So that is very important for your, do I say your look? Or just generally how you feel. After you kenda uchape tizi, you start imagining, even now I have a flat tummy, I have these hips, nimefanya squats. Yani una feeling haziko, but well, there's that feeling, and that's why I'm saying happy hormones that come out of the physical engagement that we do. Yeah. So number 2 is that I try also to, at least, I'm not very strict, but I try to watch how I eat. Not that I do a lot of dieting, but I just try to eat healthy as much as I can. For me, I carry food from home ever. I never eat out when I go to the office. So me, food here home. That's what I eat ever.
Wow.
Unless maybe on a Friday, and maybe I decide, I can let it loose today, and let me just go and eat out. So I try as much as I can to observe that as well, so that at least I know what I'm feeding on. And the other thing is that I choose peace. You can only fight too much when it comes to challenges in life. So if I've just learned how to worry about things that are within my control. If actually something is out of my control, I have to let it go. It was a journey.
Easily, like you have to let it go.
No, it was a journey. For me, together, it was a journey, of course, because it's not something that you wake up and you find and you say, Leo, anything out of, it's something that you have to start training your mind. It's something that you have to start practicing, not just about thinking about it, but put it into action.
Sure.
So if you face a situation, you have to sit down and analyze it. Like, Nessie, okay, I call myself for a meeting, and I'm like, so this is like this. What is it that you can do that you think I can change the situation? I'm like, maybe I can do this, and I can change to this level. But beyond this, I'm not able to do that. So if you worry too much on what I'm not in control of, what am I doing to myself at the end of the day? You start getting all cranky. You start becoming, you don't get enough sleep because you still worrying. So as women out there, or anyone else, not only women, I don't want to just address it to women, everybody out there, let's learn how to just take things or worry about things that we can control. If there's something I can do about it, then I'll push myself.
I like that.
So peace of mind, and that gives you peace of mind at the end of the day.
Sure.
Yeah, so you'll not have those, of course you'll have those times that maybe you might forget about that and try
Start
to
wondering.
Yeah, you cannot, sometimes
it's normal.
you cannot avoid
it's normal.
Yeah, it's normal.
It's normal.
Yeah.
You can set it like I don't care. Like I only care about what I can manage.
Yeah.
What I can't, I'll just sweep it down and sweep it off.
Yeah. But for
see,
me, like, for example,
it's not easy as you're saying it.
Yeah, it's not easy. For me, I used to be that person who worries about everything. Like, you worry about everything. You worry about what people say about you. Yeah, which takes me back to that, the question you asked about the secular music. So many people asking, so why, whatever. So, sometimes you keep on listening too much to other people's opinion until you cannot prosper in whatever you want to do.
Sure.
Yeah, so over time, I have had situations whereby I have had to drop friendships because it got to a point that people think I don't care. But at the same time, it's because I know what I'm working towards too. There are groups that I have had to exit because I feel that they're not the right thing for me, because I feel there's toxicity in that, and then I have had to just drop them because, as I said, you have to be selfish about your
peace.
Your peace, self-care, your mind, your mental health is very important. If things are not right up here, believe you me, nothing will go right in your life. So it's good to take people's opinion, but take care. Don't worry too much. If for example, people talking, they will always talk. So it's you to choose at the end of the day.
To what limits would you say, like, and I want to put this like in marriage, to what limits would you say like enough is enough, like I'll quit and I can't work on this? Like, what can you take, what can you tolerate in a relationship or in a marriage? What can you tolerate, like this is beyond for me?
I think, well, I've seen many things and I've made so many challenges, but one of the things that I feel for sure, and that comes back to why I'm saying I'm very selfish about my peace, I am not able, what I feel like I would say no to, and this is done. If, for example, that narcissistic abuse, where you have this person who is mentally and physically abusing you and emotionally abusing you. Those three things. Abuse? Emotional abuse is whereby somebody will try to, hurt you, then, just try to show that you are the person, the blame game, but you're playing around with your emotions and it comes to what I feel about you. Yeah. Mental is, of course, you're trying to the mind games and I'm not able to, you're not keeping me at peace and all those things. Yeah. Physical abuse, of course, we know, like if somebody is hitting you, oh my God, that one, kwanza hapo sasa now, enough is enough. Yeah, you hear, I didn't talk about many other things. I don't know, infidelity,
but infidelity is the number one leading cause of separations and divorce.
Yes.
Other things, I think, apart from now physical abuse, which I believe also infidelity is the cause.
One of the controls.
Because I feel like many people, the moment you realize, you'll ask someone, kwani ulitoka kwako? Ati niliona message kwa simu, kumuuliza, akaanza vita. So infidelity has also contributed largely to physical abuse and emotional abuse because nobody wants to admit, apart from few who will admit, like, sure, I'm doing this and this is how it is. Most of them will try to cover it up, and the way to cover it up is through using physical and emotional abuse to show you like you're not enough. I'm doing this because of this, trying to cover up. Like trying to cover up. When I was before I got married, I used to hear my aunt say like, "Dimo ya mudhuri tikana nayo." And I would be like, how you see that tempting spirit, like I want to know what is happening there. But today is not the case. Like today I would even not dare, when you put too much work in trying to find out something and later realize you have been wasting your time all along, nothing to write home about, no evidence, no nothing, and you feel very stupid. And I feel like it makes you feel stupid, you've wasted your time. But I think infidelity to some point, the notion of mi bora mtu asikuje kwangu, asinigonge geti yangu, akuje kwangu ati ameletwa, so long as it's happening out there, I don't care. Do you think that is setting boundaries, or that is somehow being careless, to say, for lack of a better word, like you don't care? Is that setting boundaries or taking care of your mental health, or is that being careless? Like you don't care what is happening out there, you only care what is happening within your walls?
Yes, infidelity is a big thing. It's a big thing out there, and most of marriages are highly affected when it comes to that. So, which goes back to the same thing that I said. Self-love and your peace of mind comes first. And again, goes back to the same explanation that I gave. Is that within your control? Is it? Is it? How far can you fight? How far can you control that? Because if somebody decides that I'll have this relationship out there, are you in control of that at the end of the day? Well, you can take the phone and call and abuse the other person, or you can go and harass the other person. But does that mean that will stop or make that stop? No, it won't. So we can only fight too much, and we can only, and I keep on urging us out there, whether you're a man or a woman, the only thing that you can do is just go to the extent up to which you can be able to control that. If you're not able to do that, please just stop, because it will keep on eating you up. And
Sure.
at the end of the day, what happens? You spoke about divorce. You spoke about all those things. So I'm not saying that we assume and just let a person be, but sometimes it's good just to lay things on the table and say, I've realized this and this and this. So how do we go forward from here? If you feel you're not able to handle whatever is there, then, as I believe, rather than going to things like mental and physical abuse, there are things that, as I believe the two people are adults, can be able to sit down and agree on a workable plan, or just no. But sometimes the worst thing out in the society is that we don't want to accept the truth. Because of course, if you realize that your partner is out there and seeing somebody, it's not easy for anyone. So you tend to feel like I cannot be able to do this anymore and all that. Yeah, so which is human for anyone. You get selfish about the person that you love.
Sure.
Yeah, but I would urge us, even despite whatever area, whether it's infidelity, whatever is whatever, just worry about things that you're in control of.
Wow.
I will still run, even if Mercy, you tell me that I'll not go see my friends. I'll look for a day that you have gone to see your friends, and I'll go and see whoever I want to see. Yeah, people do that out here, and if it is your kid that you have in the house, then that's okay. But when it's an adult, then, and why are you giving that yourself too much work to do all that? Because personally, I would not do that. It's too much.
Too much work.
It's too much work, and it drains you. And, it's a lot that happens after that.
Sure.
And your kid appears here, unachapa mtoi slap, because
Stress.
you're trying to
Pressure.
control an adult
Pressure.
there, but now because you feel like it's translating to everything else, the kid is coming, mom, whatever, so it affects everybody around
The
you.
pressure spills.
Yes,
to
so
people
let's
around you.
Yeah, let's just try as much as we can to
To love ourselves. Love yourself deeply,
That's
to
the
not be
secret.
affected by what is happening around.
Yes, at the end of the day, I think that's the main secret. Take care of yourself. Be a better person as you. Yeah, as Nessie, be a better person. And the moment you work on you, believe you me, even what surrounds you turns out to be okay.
True.
Yeah, so let's work on our mental health. Let's work on everything about us, your peace of mind. Then it will flow too, and you'll see how easily we'll be able to connect to other people.
Sure.
Yeah, you'll not be there and you're thinking so many other things. Yeah.
Wow, that was a great conversation.
Yeah.
It was great hosting you. I'm really grateful. And I believe these will probably help someone out there who is feeling like, no, I need to do something about someone.
Yeah.
Do something about yourself.
Yes.
Do something about yourself. Everything else will fall into place. Like, fix yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself. Everything else will fall into place.
Yes.
There's so much in loving yourself. So much in loving yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you
true.
so much.
Thank you so much, and thanks for hosting me. That was a great one. Thank you.